Reach back 20,000 years, grab a hunter, mid-step, spear in hand, and drop them right now into your bedroom this morning. This person has outrun predators, survived winters that would kill you overnight, buried half the people they love before the age of 30. And now they're standing in the corner of your room, gripping their spear, watching you sleep with your mouth open. Over the next 24 hours, they're going to swing between two reactions: pure, godlike awe and absolute horror. Which one wins? Stick around, because the thing that horrifies them most isn't your weakness, your soft hands, or the fact that you can't run. It's something you'd never guess, and you won't see it coming until the very end. Let's start with awe, because for the first few hours, they think you're a god. You wake up, it's pitch dark. You raise one finger, touch the wall, and light explodes across the room. Instantly, out of nothing, the hunter drops to the floor, bows. To them, fire is sacred. It takes hours, patience, and luck, and the whole tribe guards a single flame like a newborn. You just summoned the sun with a fingertip and didn't even look up. Then they get suspicious. They poke the switch. Off, on, off, on. They sprint to the next wall and flick at it. Nothing happens. They start to wonder if the magic only works for you. It gets worse for their grip on reality. You're a little cold, so you tap a box on the wall and warm air pours out of nowhere. You just turned off winter, the thing that kills their people, the cold that empties entire camps, and you switched it off like swatting a fly. Then you walk to a tall white box and open it. Inside, a dead animal, already killed, already cleaned. No hunt, no chase, no risk. The hunter braces for a fight, grips the spear, scans the room. Surely something this good has a beast guarding it. Surely there's a catch. There isn't. And that's the first time they look uneasy. Where's the catch? And next to the meat, fruit. Bright, sweet, impossible fruit. In the dead of winter, grown on the far side of the planet, in a season that doesn't even exist where you live. Then you pick up a small glass rectangle and talk to someone who isn't there. A voice answers from 1,000 miles away. The hunter is now certain you've trapped a spirit in the glass. They lean in, whisper an apology to it. Later, when you're not looking, they try the same thing on your TV remote. Nothing happens. They glare at it like it's broken. So far, you are the most powerful being who has ever lived. You command light, weather, food, and the voices of the dead. The hunter is ready to follow you into battle. And then they watch you try to stand up off the couch, and everything flips. The second you move, they see it. You're weak. Your knees crack like dry twigs. The hunter winces at the sound and looks around for the broken bone. You groan getting up from a soft chair, a chair like it personally wounded you. Your hands are smooth, never gripped, never built, never killed anything. You can't throw. You can't run a full minute without wheezing. You couldn't make fire to save your life, literally, to save your life. To someone whose body was their only tool and only weapon, you don't look like a god anymore. You look like a very tall, very confused baby. Then they watch what you do all day. You sit. You lower yourself into the soft chair in front of a glowing rectangle, and you stay there for hours on purpose. After a while, the hunter slowly waves a hand in front of your face to check you're still alive. You don't blink. You're just scrolling. They're genuinely starting to worry about you. Their body never stopped moving from sunrise to sunset because stopping meant dying. They'd watch you hold perfectly still until your back hurts and assume your body was quietly rotting while you were still inside it. It gets stranger. They notice you flinch at tiny things. A cold draft, a slow line, a rude message on the glass. One mean comment pops up and you gasp like you've been stabbed. The hunter grabs the spear, spins around, ready to defend you, and finds nothing. Just words on glass. They slowly lower the spear and look at you like you've completely lost your mind. You live in a world with no real danger left, so your brain got bored and invented tiny fake dangers to panic about instead. Then comes the part that actually scares them. They realize you can't survive on your own. Cut the invisible web you live inside, the power, the boxes of food, the water in the walls, and you'd be gone in a week. You don't know which plants are safe. You can't find water. You can't build shelter. And there it is. The hunter finally finds the catch they've been hunting for all day. Everything keeping you alive is made by strangers you'll never meet. And the second it stops, so do you. You've never been more comfortable. and never less capable of actually staying alive. But none of that, not the weakness, not the helplessness, is the thing. Remember the promise from the start? Here it comes. And it's the one moment the hunter stops laughing. Night falls. They watch you do one last thing. You sit down to eat, and you eat alone. And that's the moment the hunter stops being amazed, stops being horrified, and just goes quiet. Because in their world, you were never alone. Not once. You slept in a pile of warm bodies. You ate every single meal in a circle of people who knew your name, your laugh, your whole story. The tribe was always an arm's length away. Loneliness, the way you feel it, didn't exist. There wasn't even a word for it. And now they watch you, surrounded by miracles, holding a glass that connects you to millions of people, eating dinner by yourself in a silent room, tired, a little anxious, scrolling past faces you'll never touch. You have everything they spent their brutal, dangerous, terrifying lives dreaming of. Safety, warmth, endless food, no predators, no hunger, and you're still not happy. That's the catch. That's the thing that horrifies them. Not that you're weak, not that you're helpless, but that you won. You won everything they were fighting for, and somehow lost the one thing they had for free. So, impressed or horrified? Both. And it's not close. They'd take your safety in a heartbeat, but they'd look at your full fridge and your empty evening and quietly wonder if you actually won the trade or just swapped one kind of survival for another. And here's the part that should stick with you. That hunter isn't a stranger. Same body, same brain, built for the tribe, the open sky, the fire, the constant motion. That's still you. Under the screens, the soft chair, and the cracking knees, that's the hardware you're running. You're not a different creature than they were. You're the same animal, just living a life it was never built to recognize. So maybe the real question was never whether they'd be impressed or horrified by you. Maybe it's whether you're living a life your own ancient self would even recognize as living. Tell me in the comments, impressed or horrified? I actually want to know which one you think wins. And if this made you look at your own day a little differently, hit subscribe. Because next time, we're asking an even weirder question about the creature you actually are. See you in the next one.